We've all heard the buzz, right? The excitement, and yeah, maybe even a little bit of fear around artificial intelligence. Today, we're going to dive into one of the most fascinating places it's showing up, the world of creative design.
And let's just get right to it. The big question hanging in the air. With AI that can create images, write text, and even build websites, is it game over for creative professionals? It's a huge concern for sure. But the answer is not what you might think.
See, maybe we're asking the wrong question. The real story here isn't about replacement, it's about a total redefinition of the job. AI isn't here to take over, it's here to push creatives to double down on the things that machines just can't do. You know, strategy, real empathy, and big picture thinking.
Now, to really get a grip on this massive shift, we kind of need to pop the hood and see how this whole AI thing actually works.
Okay, so quick basics just so we're all on the same page. Artificial intelligence, at its heart, is really just the science of building computer systems that can do stuff we'd normally need a human brain for. Simple as that. And the engine that's really powering all these cool creative tools we're seeing, that's machine learning. Now, instead of being programmed with a bunch of strict rules, these systems actually learn by sifting through mountains of data, finding hidden patterns, and then using those patterns to make really smart predictions.
So where does all that learning fuel come from? Well, it comes from us. Every single click, every like, every choice we make online becomes the raw material, this valuable treasure that these machines need to learn, to grow, and to get smarter.
Okay, so with that background, let's get back to design. Because if AI runs on data, it completely rewrites the playbook. We're not talking about a replacement anymore, we're talking about a brand new kind of teammate. And here's where you see it first. AI has become this incredible assistant that just takes all the boring, repetitive stuff off our plates. I mean, think about it. Generating thousands of different logos, or turning a quick sketch into a photorealistic image in seconds, or even analyzing data to spot the next big color trend. This is stuff that used to take teams of people weeks. And this is so key. This automation doesn't make designers useless. No way. It frees them. It takes away the grunt work and lets them focus on the really high-value human stuff. The why, the strategy, the emotional connection. The stuff that really matters.
So, this is giving rise to a whole new way of working. Basically, a two-step process. First, you have the human designer. They're like the architect, right? They design the whole system. They set the rules, they define the sandbox. And then, in phase 2, they hand it over to the AI, which acts like an army of apprentices, building a unique, personalized solution for every single user inside that sandbox. And this leads us to the most profound change of all. Designers are shifting from making things, static products, to building systems. You could call them problem-solving loops.
Here's the difference in a nutshell. Traditionally, a designer made one solution, one chair, one website, for everybody. The new way? The designer creates the system that then goes and finds a unique, perfect solution for each and every user. It's a total flip.
So how in the world is that even possible? Well, it's this fascinating idea of a dumb system operating at scale. The AI isn't some super genius, not at all. It's just really, really good at doing one simple task, like comparing two data points, but it does it millions of times a second. It's that insane scale that produces these incredibly complex, intelligent-seeming results.
Okay, I know that sounds a little theoretical. So let's make it concrete. Let's look at a company we all know and see how this problem-solving loop works in real life.
So at Airbnb, human designers are absolutely in charge of the big stuff. The look and feel, the flow of the app, the whole vibe. But behind the scenes, an AI is making millions of tiny design decisions every second. And the most famous example of this is their pricing.
Here's how that loop works. The AI takes in a ton of data points as its input. Stuff like how far in advance you're booking, how popular that specific listing is, even your own personal booking history. And what does it output? Not one static price, no. It's a unique, dynamic price designed just for you at that exact moment you hit search.
So what does it all mean when you zoom out? When you apply this idea across every single app and service that we use every day?
Well, it all boils down to this incredibly powerful new ratio, 1-to-1.
This is like the holy grail of user-centered design. The experience you're having, whether it's the movie Netflix recommends or the price Airbnb shows you, wasn't designed for some generic target audience. It was developed automatically, specifically for you.
And maybe the wildest part is that the product is never finished. It's basically a living thing. It's always learning from how you use it, constantly tweaking itself, and in a way, it's brand new every single time you open it. The design never stops.
Which leaves us with a final thought to chew on. Now that you can kind of see the system working behind the screen, how is this kind of AI-driven personalization already shaping your world? From the news you see, to the music you hear, to the things you buy. It's happening everywhere.